Okay, so by demand of one of my pupils, and I thought this would be a good idea because it might help others, but I'm going to show you the show me tell me questions, or the show me questions, sorry, on the all new Nissan Micra. Now this is a 68 plate, so it might not apply to some of the older models. And one of the questions they might ask you while you're driving down the road, so this is not stationary before the test, this is during the test when you're driving down the road. They might ask you to clean the front windscreen or clean the back windscreen. So if we start with the front windscreen, you'll need to allocate the lever on the right. And to clean the front windscreen, you will need to pull the lever towards the steering wheel for a couple of seconds until the water comes out and the blades start working and clean the windscreen. If they ask you to clean the rear windscreen, then on my car, you pull the lever, push the lever away from you for a couple of seconds and wait for the blades to come out and the water and everything to start working, and that's how you clean the rear windscreen. Another question they might ask you is to turn the headlights on to dipped beam, not main beam but dipped beam. Now you need to go to the left stalk on my one and twist this lever on. Now at the moment it's on auto, and that's because it's called auto because my headlights generally come on automatically when it gets dark. So for it to be manually, which is what they're going to ask you to do, so can you in your own time please turn the headlights on to minimum dipped beam manually, then what you will need to do is turn this twice. First of all, you turn it once, which is the side lights. You can see the first green light come up on the dash, and then again, which is the dipped beam. Now you know it's on dipped beam because you've got two green lights come up. If you see the blue light come up, then you've got it on main beam, and they ask for dipped, so you'll need to turn that off by pulling the lever back again towards the steering wheel. And to turn the headlights off, you just flick it back to auto. All right. Now obviously they might ask you to open and close a side window. Well, the lever on here is down here on mine, and you can use either the right one or the left one. Push to open and raise to close again. All right. Pretty straightforward. Don't forget, you'll be doing this when you're driving down the road, so you need to keep your eyes on the road and try not to stare at these controls. Maybe a quick glance just to allocate them. Okay. Now the other thing you might need to do is use the horn. If they ask you to use the horn, then you can press that side or this side. And then the other questions they might ask you is to demist the rear windscreen. So don't get confused with the cleaning and the demisting. To demist the rear windscreen, you will need to press the button here, and when you do press it, the little light will come up, and that will be sufficient for them. If they ask you to demist the front windscreen, then you'll need to turn this to the right to windscreen. You can see it there just vaguely. You will need to have the fan on, but you don't need to adjust it. If it's on, you can leave it on, and the temperature, then you can leave it on cold or even hot. It wouldn't really matter, but it'd be better off on cold. But you don't need to touch these two. Really want to focus on that one and just making sure it's on the windscreen. If you ask it, you don't have to turn it off, but you might prefer to. It's not necessary. And that's it really for the show me questions. Tell me questions are different, and I will probably show that in a different video. But for the moment, that's the show me, and that'll be enough. So I hope that really helps you. I will do some other videos on this car when people ask me when I can be bothered to do the videos. I'm not very good at this, so I hope this helps. Thanks and goodbye.